Hello and welcome to WB Sports. Sporting Bengal host Southend Manor at the Myland Stadium. Match officials are Stacey Ford, Eddie Andrews and Adekule Gigi Fawumi. My name is William Hibe and I'm the presenter for the day. Thank you. Rhys Fatt netted his first goal for the visitors after he lashed onto a saved shot from his fellow teammate. Southend United's keeper Klinton scored his first ever goal following a kick from his area, which ended up in the Sporting's goal.
Oh, weird, strange dude.
30 minutes into the game, Carvel got one back for the home sides, which led the game into half-time at 2-1. Just over halfway into second half, Southend extended the lead with a lob from Lindfield. 1 minute after the goal from Southend, Tanvir Ahmed got the second goal for the home side. Southend managed to hold a 1-goal lead, which led them to victory. Now let's see what both managers have to say about the game.
Yeah, I think not the best of pitches today. It was on and off whether it was going to get called off or not. A lot of watery areas to say the least. But game went ahead. Southend made the journey, so it was only right. And in the end, to be honest, both teams done well in the conditions and tight game. Never really much in it, and it was always going to be an error or a mistake. And from our perspective, it's been the same old story. We're always giving teams the head start, and today was no different. Again, another goalkeeping error, and it's put us on the back foot. So we seem to be chasing games early on every week, and until that stops, you can't account for individual errors, and I think that's the hardest thing to take in at the moment, because they're costing us. Teams are not working for goals against us. We're giving goals away. Their third goal, can't do anything about that, was quality. But other than that, the first 2 goals, it could have been stopped, particularly the second one, as you guys saw, where he's literally gone in from a keeper's kick on the other side, so it's travelled over 90 yards, hasn't it? It's bounced over him, so the keeper's got to do better, he's got to judge it. But yeah, it's just same old for us. I think after a good win, a convincing win on Wednesday night, we were confident going into today's game. But yeah, again, change of personnel, 2-3 key players out makes all the difference. We're having to do that chop and change most games from game to game. So that's the challenges that every manager faces, and I'm no different.
You was talking about 2-3 key players out. Why have you got 2 key players?
Just personal reasons. At the end of the day, we're a community club. Players, people aren't. You're not paying people to be here. If they've got, other personal commitments, that's it. They know in advance anyway. So it's about making sure the players that are in the squad, that they take their opportunity, and that's sometimes it's about quality, it's about experience. A lot of my kids are Sunday footballers, so when they are coming in, and it doesn't help the conditions as well. So yeah, it's all part of the learning curve. But for us, unfortunately, it's a big season. 4 teams getting relegated, it just adds more pressure. So every point is crucial. So I think from our perspective, it's vital we start picking up more points. And we don't tend to draw many. We either win or lose. Hence the position that we're in now. And today was a key one, I think, because we were playing Southend, who are in a similar position to us, and that win kind of gives them a bit of breathing space. They've got games in hand also. We've played more games than anyone else. After today, we got no game now until the 24th of Feb. We got Clapton away, so it gives us a bit of time to regroup and hopefully get guys in for training, and we go again.
Okay, so now that you haven't got any games to the 24th of February, what are your plans moving forward from now? Because that's a lot of time off.
Yeah, I think we're gonna obviously our training slot is only 1 day a week, it's on a Tuesday night at Stepney. So it's hopefully making the most of that. We'll have one opportunity, I guess, in that time, and get them we'll give players the opportunity to rest as well. I think more than anything else, we've had not many games being called off. So we've played a number of games, as you can see from the table. So. From our point of view, it's just a case of making sure the players are rested and getting back key players. And that's what we need to try to do, just bring back key players and be ready for Clapton, because that's going to be a tough game, a real tough game.
Alright then, thank you. Last question before I let you go. Your thoughts on the Essex Senior League this season?
Yeah, there's been the top 6, I think up to Clapton and above. So Redbridge obviously were doing really well. I don't know what the results are today, but there's a group of top 6, and anything below that it's just really tight. The bottom of the table, everybody's scrapping out there. I think it's that time of the year, and this year more than anything. It's squeaky bum time, isn't it? So it's not easy. I think those at the bottom, we're all frightened at the thought of relegation, because no one wants to leave the league. It's a big opportunity for community clubs like ourselves to give kids a platform. So we've got to keep, the priority is to keep senior status, stay in the Essex League. However that is, even if it's by 1 point, we avoid that bottom four. So the key thing is making sure between now and the end of the season, I think we've got 9, maybe 10 games left. Every game is a cup final for us, and making sure we get the best possible squad that we have available. And I think from our point of view, I never question the technique, I never question the ability of the players, but I think sometimes we just need to show a bit more heart and sometimes be a bit more pragmatic, and just learn to do the simple things and do it right. If we can cut out our errors early on and stay in games, then I always give ourselves a chance. And I think that's, going forward, that's the key for us. Firstly, make sure I've got the best possible squad. Secondly, limit the mistakes, and then we go from there. But it's a big season. The Essex Senior League is tougher than ever, particularly at that bottom of the table. Any one of 10 teams potentially could go down.
So I thought obviously 3 points is the main thing for us. First 20 minutes I thought we dominated, we got hold of the ball. Unfortunately we picked up an injury that means we had to shuffle a little bit, and we were a bit short at the back. So Sporting came stronger as the game went on. Obviously the third goal I think put the steam out of them, but we managed to hold on at the end, and that's a massive 3 points for us after very little games in the last 6 weeks. So we're happy with that, and we just now got to build on that.
Great goal from your keeper, or funny goal I should say from your keeper. What are your thoughts on the goal?
Well, in a game like this, when it's windy, the pitch is wet, he's got a big kick anyway, so I think the goalkeeper didn't read the bounce and it skimmed off the surface, and it was a bit like the one Paul Robinson back in the day. So no, it was good his first goal, he's chuffed, but that's just a lucky goal for us, and we'll take any goal at the moment.
Alright then, moving forward, what are your next plans taking this win into the next game?
So it's been a bit of an inconsistent season. We've had a lot of changes in terms of players. We've got a stable squad now. We've picked up probably 2 bad injuries today, which is not good, but we've got a couple of players missing today through suspension, and we'll be back next week. For us, we've got to push on. We've underachieved this year, and now we need to build on this. If we win all our games in hand, we'll push up to, I think it's 7th, and we want to try and finish for a top 6 finish. So we take each game as it comes now, and we got Barkingside next Saturday, which would be another tough game. And but for us, it's about every game and picking up as many points between now and the end of the season.
Going back to the injuries that you said you picked up, is it a serious injury, and are the key players for the team? So
Lee Delph, who's our captain, it looks like he's broke his collarbone, which will probably rule him out for most of the season. He's a massive loss if that's the case. Lee's picked up a knee injury. We don't know what it is, but he seems to think it's ligament. He's struggling to walk, so definitely Lee Delph is going to be a long-term injury, which is a blow because he's our captain and he's our main centre half. So we'll have to assess it in the next couple of days.
Alright, then hopefully we'll get back soon for the team. Last question before I let you go.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Essex Senior League this season?
So it's very competitive again this year. Obviously there's a lot at stake this year because 2 going up and 4 going down, we believe. So there's a lot of teams fighting at the bottom end and also at the top end. It's very competitive at the top end, but as you can see, and you've probably seen over the last few weeks, there's some very strange results. There's also teams beating each other who you wouldn't expect to, and coming to places like this is never easy. So even you can take league positions out of the equation. It's about how you turn up on the day, and things like the pitch and the weather takes into account. But for us, as I said, we've got to push on now, and it's going to be a competitive end to the season at the top and the bottom. But hopefully we're pushing more for the top.
All right then, thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.